right? Hey,
Yes.
welcome back, Children of the Universe. This is ULC Northern Ministries, Bible study number 29. Today's date is 10/31/21, which means happy
Halloween.
Yay!
Oy
We're reading from Revelations chapter 3, verses 14 through 22. It is the letter to the church of Laodicea. In the other part, we got into some discussions. Please go back if you haven't and listen to that part, because this is talking about that the church was neither hot nor cold. Again, the words for cold was psychros, meaning sluggish of mind, lazy, destitute of faith, and desire to be holy, and weak and slow in body. Or hot, coming from the word zestos, meaning on fire with faith, desire to be holy in spirit, strong-willed, strong-minded, and active physically, and relatively healthy. So, he says now, because you are lukewarm, warm. Now this is from the word chilaros, meaning a constant state of going from alive in mind, body, and spirit to asleep or lazy in mind, body, or spirit.
Yep.
Okay, so that means inconsistency.
Yep.
One day you're active, the next day you're not. So, if you suffer bipolar, or depression, or anxieties, you bounce between these things all the time, correct?
Correct.
So, that spirit associated to that disease is called the spirit of lukewarm.
Wow.
And it's about mindset.
Yeah, if you can't do it on your own, find out what will help you get through that. Like, I'm on a medication for it that helps me get past that.
Me too, and that's why God gave us the pharma understanding.
God gave us doctors and pharmacists to help us through our problems. He didn't expect us to do it on our own.
But the key root to all mental illness is not just medication, but also therapy. Now, why do you think that they do the therapy? Is to change your mindset.
Right.
Yeah.
So we have a spirit of lukewarm. If we bounce from 1 minute being active in something,
Yeah.
and then not. Now that doesn't mean about taking the day of rest. That doesn't mean
No.
it means be consistent. Be consistent in what you do. Be consistently productive or be consistently non-productive.
I have to say
Don't bounce back and forth.
And don't try to jump from inconsistency straight to consistency. One step at a time.
It's a mindset. The first mindset is prioritize. Let me come here when it says faith and desire. Again, coming down to the science, because you understand I believe in both science and spirituality.
Oh, yeah.
Right. There's
Coming
a
down to the
of
science,
spirituality.
and something we've been preaching about, a common theme, especially here in Revelations, has been about mindset, about what your drivers are. If you're driven to do something, you're going to get it done, irregardless of whatever handicaps you may have.
Yeah.
Let me give an example of me and Krista. Because we're the heads of the church. We need to lead by example. Chris and I we had a whole lot of lazy times. We're slowly changing that. One, because of our baby that's coming.
Yeah.
Two, because of our church.
Yep.
Not to be mean about it, but our baby comes first. And then the
Yeah.
church right after
Well, no, our kids come first,
That's-
including the baby.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
should have said children because of Liam.
Yeah.
But the example I'm going to use to lead by is that we went from 2 weeks ago still being lukewarm, basically,
Yep.
to this past week, we've totally done a 180.
Yeah, we did. We have so
We're
many
both-
appointments for little.
We're both getting
boy,
better about
yeah.
it, but we're taking it one step at a
Well, there
time.
we go. It is a phase thing that you have to do as you change your driver, as you change your desire.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a give and take.
And it takes time. If you fall into lukewarmness, That doesn't mean that you're going to hell or that you're a bad person.
Right.
It just means that you need to identify it. Let's go back to keeping it real. Remember, this is messages from the faithful,
Oh, yeah.
spiritually alive,
Yep.
from the true, the realistic one. Meaning that when we keep it real, confession, being honest with who and what you are, I'm lukewarm today. The first thing would be when you wake up and you realize that all your desires are screwed up, is, oh my God, I'm being lukewarm today. So then what do? Once you acknowledge,
You correct it.
you correct it. Repent.
Right.
Okay.
Repent. Thank you.
So, confession, which is honest and real with yourself.
Yeah.
I am being lukewarm today.
Well,
So that's confession.
Confession.
Repentance is, I'm not going to be lukewarm today. Now that I know I'm being lukewarm, I shall not be lukewarm. I'm either A, going to be completely cold,
or B.
or B, I'm going to be completely alive. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather fill my day with doing stuff
Yeah.
that's productive, not just for your own selves, not just for your kids,
Right.
but for the whole world.
For yourself.
And that starts at home.
And that begins with,
Charity starts
Is
at
my home clean? My home's not clean. I need to get that done before I can clean anything else up.
Especially
right,
for-
is
But
my
I'm doing it
is,
for everything.
is my body clean? Is my spirit clean?
Yeah.
Is my mind clean?
Right.
It's this is what I'm saying is it's learning to balance based on desire.
Yeah.
I want my house to be clean. Why?
Like, I'm carrying a child, and sometimes it's like when I work, I have to tell my mind to just calm down and stuff, because I'm like,
You get overwhelmed.
I get overwhelmed, and also I get
But
very.
I got a question for you, honey. When you woke up today and you saw our bedroom as clean as we got it yesterday, did you not feel less stressed?
Except for the side that we have to take care of, but your side, I was
But
like,
do
always
you
feel
feel
less stress when
less
my room's
stress?
clean.
yes,
Do you
I
feel
do.
less stress?
Yes.
And so this is what I'm saying is desire. Desire goes beyond just selfishness.
Right.
Understand? Look, this is a hard thing.
Yeah. It is.
I'm only concerned with my child. That's selfish because there's 1,000 children out here.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm only concerned with my family. There's 1,000 families out here. I'm only concerned with what I need to do for me today. What does that sound like?
It's selfish.
That's an
sounds
I
selfish.
syndrome.
I got.
So what's your driver? Who is your God? Are you going to make your kid your God?
No.
Are you going to make yourself your God?
No.
No.
Are you going to make your dad, your brother, your mother, your sister, your
No.
anything else a God?
No.
No.
So what comes first is seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, then all these things will be added
That's
unto you.
right.
Right. My first thing, honestly,
Yes.
something
I was
I
gonna
left
do
out that I
something.
should not
That's
have.
where that double-edged
The
sword
first
comes
thing
in.
I do when I wake up is I talk to the man upstairs. And I say, thank you for waking me up.
That's what I
Thank
do
you
every
for giving me
morning.
my drivers. Thank you for giving me Craig to help me find those drivers.
Yeah.
Thank you for the life I have. Thank you for giving me the village I have, because it takes a village to raise a child.
Isn't that something?
My family
I
is
will admit
not.
something. Like, I don't just worry about Liam. Just today, I saw 2 little kids and a little boy without his shirt on. I just really want to go to ask them
If they needed something.
if they needed anything.
But then you doubt doing
That's
that because
my-
you don't want to offend them.
I don't want to be like a like, creeper or anything and be like.
But
That's
here we
how
go.
I feel like I have there's like 2 parts of the sword.
Was it Sister Wanda was saying earlier that sometimes we are afraid to approach because we don't want to seem. But here we go.
Creeperish.
Hold on. Here you
That's
go.
why they come up
Say
to
hey.
me.
Say hey. And then here's how I would do that. Say hey. You guys okay? You need something? God.
Yeah.
You don't go up and say, hey, I want. God pointed out to me that you might need help. Do you need help? Is it you that God told me that needed help? Now listen, even if it's not that God come down and said, Krista, they need help. If you present it that way, who are you doing it for?
Well, the way I seen it, the little boy didn't
Are
have
you
a shirt
doing it
on,
for your own
and
selfish
they're all tank top
good?
on.
I'm saying, who are you doing it for? You're not approaching them in judgment.
Just felt like,
You're approaching them in godly love and compassion.
yeah.
Right.
So it's how you present. And this is what I'm saying, it's how you present. If you truly desire to help somebody, and I know you do,
Huh.
your guys,
I got okay. Well, okay. You see a homeless person, okay, but then your gut says is no, you better not because there's something off about that person.
Yeah.
But then you go to another person, you're gonna go help that one, but you're not gonna help the one that needs it.
well, here you go. This is what I do when I approach the homeless people. I go, you know what? I don't judge anything.
No?
I don't judge. I'm not judging.
And neither am
Because
I.
the man in me, the human in me, says, you made your choice, you lie in it.
Right.
Okay? But the God in me said that I'm supposed to reach out to you and see if you need something.
Right.
Now, if I follow the man in me, I would just walk away. I would walk by. If I follow the God in me, I would walk up to that person and say, I'm not judging. I'm not here to judge you. I don't even want to know your problems.
Yeah.
But God told me to give you this. And just hand them the $20
Right.
or the $10 or
I
the
had-
$5 or the can of food or, you
I
know,
had a
I wish I
cupcake.
could do more. I wish I could do more, but this is all I have. Even if it's just change in your pocket, but you don't approach them with, here, I'm giving you this, because the man in you would say, I'm only concerned with my kids, my house, my things. That's human.
Yeah.
Right.
It's human.
The God in us says, I'm concerned with more than just me.
Right.
So who do you do it for? Don't be afraid. You walk right up to that person and say, the God told me to give you this. And you don't say it anymore. You don't do it anymore. You don't want to know their problems.
No.
Yeah.
You just give it to them.
I had.
So, if you thought they needed clothes, you go in and you get it. And here you go. If they're offended because you gave them something out of the kindness of God's heart,
I had a cupcake
well then,
that
who's
I
got to answer for
gave
it, you or
to a
them?
homeless person.
Right.
If you, does
I'm
that make
getting-
any sense?
I'm going to say this. I'm getting to the point where I'm not going to give them money. I will see what's going on with them, like kind of glance over the situation. I'll go to the store and get what they need because of the way that it's becoming.
I don't even care. Understand, my thing is, I don't care. If I have the cash, if I have cash on me, I'm just going to hand them the cash. You know why? Because their walk is their walk.
Right.
Right.
They have a right to decide what they do with the help that's given them, the resources. If they use it for drugs, then obviously they needed it that moment. That's what they needed. Or that's what they thought they needed. It's not on us. Because the man in me says, don't help anybody. You made your bed, now lie in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Does
No.
that make any sense?
Yes, it
But
does.
But the God in me says that we're all human. We all have to walk in our own way, shape, form, and pace. We have to live, learn, and grow. And obviously the people that are homeless, it doesn't matter why they're homeless.
Right, because there are some people
The
that are
kids that didn't
homeless.
have clothes on, hell, it could have been that they just fought their mother and wouldn't put clothes on.
Right.
I've had that.
Yeah,
I've had kids that I've had fully dressed, and the little suckers will get undressed and run out the door half naked or
My
naked.
little, my
and down
little
the road.
Bethany went and
Right.
put a shirt on.
Not because they didn't have clothes, but simply because they wouldn't wear it.
Right.
So when you walk up, when you see something like that, you just go up to the mother or the father that's there, and you hand them clothing.
Yeah.
Right.
Or if you have 10 or 15 or 20 or 5 or whatever, you just walk up and go, God told me to give you this. That's all you have to do. Whether it's going and getting food, if it's laid on your heart to go get food, you don't say anything to them. You don't even say we're a church. You just go, God told me to give you this.
I've
Yeah.
done that one.
Now, why?
I've done it.
Because the man in us would just pass them by.
Now, I'm going
Yeah.
to say something because I've been seeing these videos lately. I've been starting to watch more and more videos. If you feel the pull to actually talk to the person, go ahead, talk to them. Because maybe you might find out that, oh, I don't know, his restaurant burned down and he had to go bankrupt. And he's down on his luck and he wants to restart
oh my
that.
gosh, that's just like stunning.
He wants to restart that restaurant so he can feed people. And you can help him get restarted possibly. Like get him a haircut and a shave. Maybe that's all they need to feel better.
But basically, if they choose to talk when you hand it to them,
Right.
you listen. But what I'm saying is you just walk up and you go, God told me to give you this.
Right.
Because what are you doing it for? Are you doing it to make yourself feel better? Or are you doing it to bring the kingdom of heaven?
Right. It all depends on what you feel
No, I'm
the pull towards.
I'm saying, are you looking on those people and handing them something to make yourself feel better?
No. Just to help them.
Or are you doing it to promote the kingdom of heaven?
promote the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah.
So if your driver is to promote the kingdom of heaven, then you're working for God, hot,
Yeah.
not working for man, cold.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, here we go.
I'm sorry, this
Yeah.
is something I have to add too because it just came to my mind. But sometimes we have the abilities, like me and my mom are empaths, and I think he said, yeah.
Yeah. I feel
You
like
just kind of know
Yeah.
what people need.
You kind of
I
know what
feel
people
the
need,
emotion
and
that's
sometimes,
coming off that person.
sometimes you feel like,
That's what I mean by the pull.
okay, this is what I'm trying to say. Sometimes you know that they're not good, and sometimes you have to walk away from certain people. Sometimes,
It's me.
yeah.
I guess where I differ, I can look at them and normally I know I'm going to give this guy this money and he's going to go right down the road and get him a $10 rock.
Not what
Right.
I'm just trying to say.
No, I'm saying no, I
yeah,
get
I know
it.
what you're saying.
But we're women. They're men. That's different.
But there is a difference because
Yeah.
there is a difference on how you're supposed to present yourselves. Number one, as females or even as males, you're supposed to go in 2s or 3s to help people, not by
Yeah,
yourself.
Because
That's
I'm
all.
by myself.
Right. If
It
you are
comes
by
up to me.
yourself,
Then you have to trust your instinct on what's safe and what's not.
that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I mean.
That's
Like,
different.
That's what I mean. If you're going
That's
by
why
yourself,
there's a distance between.
And with me, understand with me, I am either too stupid to know that I might be in danger, or I just don't care.
right.
One of the two. Because I'm stupid. I will walk right into a den of lions and peck the little son of a bitch. do you understand this?
Right.
So I'm
with
either
me-
too stupid.
Like me, I will pass somebody
I get
by
where you're coming
if
from.
I'm by myself because, yes, I know I'm safe as long as, to be honest, I know I'm safe to walk past them,
Oh, you're told.
but I'm not safe to walk up to some of these people because they know me and they know what they can do to me.
Is
Fear
that-
not he that
Fear
can
not
harm the
for-
body.
But all
But fear him.
With me.
Fear him that can destroy both mind and spirit.
Amen.
Right.
So I ask the people who are afraid to walk into the lion's den or into the fire, where is your faith? Because the worst that anybody on this earth can do is kill the physical body, and it is our duty as children of the kingdom to promote the kingdom, whether it's dangerous or not.
We've been in the fight.
What are they going to do? They're going to beat you down, they're going to rape you, they're going to molest you, they're going to kill you?
We've been.
Blessed be. Ouch. Where is your faith? Because none of us walk alone.
That's right. You never
None of
walk
us
alone.
walk alone.
Right.
And if they beat you up for trying to give them something to eat, I say there's a special spot somewhere for them.
Right.
So, oh my, I'm sorry. I don't even know where that came from. But this is on fire. This is what we're talking about. You're either on fire full of faith or you're cold with no faith.
Somebody took
That
it
anything in
from
between.
me.
There cannot be any fear. Which comes back to this, though. When you're doing the duties of the kingdom, it says to go in 2 or 3.
Right. That's what I was
would
trying
do
to say.
I was doing my job as a daughter, and someone stole my livelihood from me.
And it came back to you finally.
But God's seen a way to bring it back.
But here's the thing. I was saying, I am not meant to give on my own. If I'm going to give in the name of God, I should be doing it with somebody so I can so I have that witness.
Well, that's
In
what
God's
hold on,
eyes.
That's what I'm saying. Is all through the message,
Yeah.
he sent his disciples,
In
Christ,
twos.
out in 2s and 3s into the city. The reason being is there is safety in
Numbers.
Numbers.
And
And you-
also there is faith in numbers.
and also the faith is there because it gives the human fearful side a sense of security.
Right.
Wow.
So this is what I'm saying is when we go out into the city, if you're by yourself, it is up to you on whether you decide to step on faith
Yeah.
and not worry of whether they're going to harm you or not,
Right.
or not step on faith
Ouch.
and go away. But don't feel bad either way.
Right. If you're going out to help others, you're going out to help others. If you're just going to the store, you're going to the store. Enough said. But yes, you should always go out in faith.
And we should go out, if we're going out to do the work of the kingdom, we are to go in 2s or 3s.
Right.
Okay? But either way, we can't be lukewarm with it.
Right.
No.
I am.
I'm either going to the store, and if I run across somebody in need along the way,
Right. If I realize, if I'm paying attention to my surroundings, and I see somebody that actually needs something, and I got to give up my last $2 to make sure they get what they need,
which goes back,
I do that in God's name.
Which goes back to my grandpa's old philosophy: keep your eyes forward, don't look around, get to where you're going. You know why he did that? It's so that he did not see anything around him like a horse with blinders, so that he could get to where he was going and get back from where he was coming without being interrupted with all the environment around.
Right.
So that day he chose to be completely cold and get to his destination.
But he was either hot or cold. There was no middle
That's what I'm
ground.
saying. If he was going out to help people, if he was going out looking for trouble, he went out looking for trouble.
But there was never hot or cold with him.
It was either hot or cold,
And I will be honest, I am truly oblivious to my surroundings when I'm out by myself because I'm trying to get where I'm going and get home because I got a wife and kid to take care of.
Yeah.
So, this took a lot longer than I thought, so let me finish this. Because you are lukewarm, coming from the word chalaris, meaning in a constant state of going from alive in mind, body, and spirit to asleep or lazy in mind, body, and spirit, I will vomit you out of my mouth. Christ and God is saying, I don't want you lukewarm. I'll accept you if you're cold. I'll accept you if you're hot. Be one or the other. Now, does that mean all the time? Does it mean that we can't switch back and forth? No.
We're human.
We're human. We're going to have days that we're cold. We're going to have days that we're hot.
Yeah.
But he's saying when you come before me, either come before me cold or come before me hot. So when I'm in I get sarcastic with God. Now, let me explain. Paul said, "Go boldly to the throne." So I get kind of sarcastic with our Father. I'm sure He knows He made me that way. Because I believe that we're supposed to be thankful. So when something happens, like I don't have enough money for cigarettes, I don't have enough money for gas, I don't have enough money to fix the tire, bank doesn't want to give us any money until 2 years down the road, and I go, thanks, Father. Thank you for no money, no cigarettes, bills behind, broken car, broken relationships. Thanks.
But you went to him cold.
But I went to him cold.
But where are you?
Are you cold or hot? You were cold at that moment.
Right.
Yeah.
But there are
And then
times
there's times
where you have it all.
There's
that you're talking
but
about.
then there's times when I go to God and go, you know what? Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Just thank you. Thank you for the good. Thank you for the bad. Thank you for it all. And and it's not sarcasm.
No.
It's simple. I'm just thankful that I get to live, learn, and grow in this whacked out world.
Well, as I go along, the older I get, the more I'm thank you for everything you've given me. Be it challenge,
Every
be it
day.
love, be it whatever you gave me. Thank you for it.
Thank you every day
I
that I woke up.
In the last 29 messages, I've evolved emotionally and mentally and spiritually. Not physically,
I've
but
changed.
I've evolved to a point where it's good for
I
my
have
walk with God.
changed my perspective.
Evolution of the mind and the spirit.
Of it all.
Adaptive evolution.
Right.
Or to say transformation. We're at
Transformation.
our limit on this portion. We're going to have to take an additional break. Like, share, subscribe, post your thoughts and opinions on this topic. We went a little longer on this one than I wanted to, but it was a very intense and enlightening topic that we covered as ministers. When we start to preach something,
Yep.
sometimes we have to align ourselves to
Yeah.
that message, and sometimes you'll see that alignment happen as it's being given. Does that
Yeah.
make any sense?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
All right. So with that, we're going to take a break. Like, share, subscribe, and I'm sure this is going to be a long video.